interesting one. Never thought about that really. Do Scrum Masters identify and nurture leadership talent within Scrum teams? And if so, how? I don't know that it's unique to a Scrum Master. I don't believe it is. Okay. As a team, you want to be identifying those people who have not only the capacity but the willingness to step into leadership roles. And it is important that they have both. Willingness but no capacities, a recipe for disaster, and capacity but no willingness is a sentence you don't want to have. Okay? So as a team, we've got to recognise this, give people opportunities. Can they explore the space? Do they want to? One of the things that comes to mind for me is a team that I worked with quite a while ago now, and as part of the team formation, I asked them what they wanted to achieve from working in the team. And it was all done anonymously and as safely as we could in the environment we were. But what was really interesting was one of the people said quite clearly they wanted to become a leader. They wanted to be a lead developer, as it turned out, which was an advancement in their career. And we had a lead developer in the team, somebody who could have seen that as a challenge. But actually, they didn't see it as a challenge. There was an open call to the team and just saying, look, let's explore it. How do we support you? You want to step up. You want to take these opportunities on. Right? And the team lead and I sat down with that person. We said, okay, what do you think's involved? And we worked together to identify what they could do today, where the gaps were in their knowledge, in their experience, and how we could go about closing those gaps. It actually worked incredibly well because the current team lead was also looking at career progression. They could then give over the work that the team member could do perfectly well. They were good at their job. They absolutely had the potential to be a great leader in every sense of the word. Okay? But they needed to grow into that role. So there were opportunities. Some of them were quite mundane. There was just the boring stuff that came with the job that they took on. They learned how to do it. They got good at it. And as they got good at that, they took on more of the role. And while they were doing this, the person who was in a leadership role was doing other more experienced work, potentially more valuable work to the whole team, freeing up that person to be available. So one of the ways that we can do it is by inviting people in and just giving them the opportunity. And when they do, as a team, supporting them there. This doesn't have to be a job title. Leadership doesn't have to have anything to do with the job title. Okay? Leadership can be recognizing somebody has a voice, an opinion on a topic, and they have a passion for it. They can see a future that others can't necessarily see, and finding ways for them to speak. How do we bring them out of their shell if they're quieter? How do we dampen down their voice if they're too loud for the team? Not in a doing to way, but working with them, talking to them. For me, my favourite tool is, unsurprisingly, coaching. When people have self-identified as wanting to be there, and we can recognise they have the capacity to become leaders within the team or within the organisation, one of the things I'll do is offer to coach them, not mentor, but coach. Sit down with them and help them get clear on what leader means to them, what leadership is, how they intend to turn up, what good looks like, how they will know that they're becoming better, and what they can do to move that forwards. And as they start identifying these options, as they identify what they want to be, I've found invariably that they start recognizing the opportunities because their brain is attuned to it. It's constantly looking for opportunities to help them achieve their goals. They become more aware of them and they step into that space more willingly. It might be small steps at the start, but over time it becomes bigger and bigger steps until they are, in fact, a leader. It might be within the team. It might be within their wider department or the whole organisation, but they become recognised as somebody who has valuable things to say towards a particular cause. Something that is valuable enough that others are willing to follow their lead. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel.
And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.